Welcome to News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery.
It is always so much fun to have Stephanie Rivas come and visit us, and she's our guest today. We look forward to hearing all of the things that are happening at the Wagner Noel Performing Arts Center, and this is something that is such a resource, it's such an asset for our whole Permian Basin. And we've got so many exciting things to talk about. And I want to thank you for coming, but before we do, I want to tell you some of the things that have been written about the Wagner Noel Center. Two of the leading publications in the trade have said this. One of them is Venues Today, and the other is Poster Magazine, said of 2014 that the Wagner Noel Performing Arts Center in Midland, Texas is sitting at number 4 in the whole United States with venues with 2,000 seats or fewer. And they also went on to say, and number 66 worldwide on the list of top 200 theater venues. Now that's pretty impressive, and I am very proud of what we've done here in Midland. And Stephanie, before we start, when you were on last time, I had one of our viewers to say, I want to know a little bit more about Stephanie.
Sure.
So tell us a little bit about you.
Absolutely. Well, you know, I started in this wonderful city in television. So people sometimes come through the building and they'll say, you look familiar. Well, I worked for News West 9 many years ago. I worked for our local CBS affiliate for several years. I worked in San Antonio as a reporter anchor as well. So, but my first love has always been theater. So those who know me really well know that when I was in college, I studied theater as well as communications. So when the Wagner Noel Performing Arts Center was being built, that was one of those things that, you know, you always kind of look at and go, you know, maybe that would happen. And it did. I'm the senior marketing manager at the Wagner Noel. And so my primary focus is to try and help those that are coming in and bringing artists to our venue promote their events. And so it is a little bit complicated. Sometimes we're working, or many times we are working with outside entities who have not been to the Permian Basin. And so I'm kind of helping lead those efforts as to where they might run some ads, or would TV work better, or would radio work better? Is it good to have some newspaper ads? Every market that they work with is different. So you might have a large market where they don't want to run any newspaper because they feel like it gets lost. Well, we're a smaller community, so newspapers are still important to our viewers. So it's my job to kind of lead them in certain directions and to help guide them through some of those processes. Now, whether they take the advice sometimes, you know, is neither here nor there. We just want to be there to help and assist where we can. The other part of my job is to help promote our venue to promoters and those who are bringing their artists to our building. So that's where these publications that you were mentioning, Polestar and Venues Today, are very important because this is where managers and promoters and agents are all going to look and see who's selling tickets, where's the good place to stop. We are still a very new facility. So we are we just hit our 3 years in November. And so we'll be 4 years this coming November in 2015. So we are still very new. There are still companies and agencies that are just starting to notice us. The one very important thing that you said was, I'm so proud of everything that we've all done. And I think that that's an important thing to mention, because it is not just us at the Wagner Noel who are working to bring the acts. It is everyone who is buying a ticket and participating in that function of keeping the venue alive and sustaining the venue. So those ticket sales are extremely important to us. So when we bring in an artist, they want to know, do people come? Do people want to see us? Are we selling tickets in this market? So that's all extremely important. So I'm glad that you mentioned that.
And one of the interesting things when you were on last, and I think we mentioned groups coming in, that you didn't just have people come in and buy 3 or 4 or 5 tickets, but groups would plan excursions. And so right after that, I had a call from a company that said, we want to bring all of our employees and make that a work family
How
night
can we do that?
out.
Yes.
And who do we call and how do we do it? And so one of the things you said when I called you about that is you said, tell them to go visit our website.
Absolutely.
Because first of all, you got to choose what you want to, and we have our things sometimes planned as far as a year in advance.
Absolutely. Our schedule is well into a year. So you're going to see things on sale for a little over a year out on our calendar always. And things are adding. You know, what you and I are here today, and tomorrow something will add that we didn't even get to mention.
So you're filling in all the little
we're filling in holes as we go. So yes, I encourage, if you see something that you really want to see and you want to plan, find out what that show is. Give us a call at the office. When you purchase online, it's important to know that each purchase, it can only be up to 8 tickets. We do have to limit the number of tickets online, and we do that for reasons. Scalpers try to buy big chunks of tickets and then sell them for enormous prices. We don't want to do that. So we do limit our ticket sales to 8 per transaction. So if you have a group of 20 and you don't want to have to try to do all that, you can come to our box office, which is open noon to 5, Monday through Friday, or give us a call at the office. We're very easy to get a hold of. The number's there on your screen. They will direct you to either the box office or myself, and we'll get that taken care of for you. We can find you a spot that you can all sit together and have the, you know, that whatever the particular price range is that you want. Because some folks, when they're doing a group, they don't necessarily want to be in the front and have the expensive tickets. They might want to sit a little further back altogether and have a lesser price ticket so that they can all enjoy. But we're happy to help with those.
And that's such a fun way for a work family to bond,
to have an outing
after work.
Yes,
to have fun together. And there's so many things I want us to talk about. And one of the things is for people who haven't, and there's not too many that haven't, but for the ones who haven't visited the facility, to know about the facility and that it's not just one big auditorium.
Absolutely.
But several. And we may have to wait because we're about to take a break.
Okay.
But I also want us, then we're going to talk about upcoming events for the month of March.
That's the fun part. You get to hear about all the stuff that's coming up.
And the ones that are already sold out.
Yes.
And then we're going to talk about some fun things about how you schedule the acts and how the whole facility is run. And then finally, I want us to talk about some of the statistics that you have, like our attendance for last year, those kinds of things. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back and continue this conversation. Great.
Stay tuned. West Texas View will be right back.